Hi boys and girls. Today I'm going to be fitting a short shifter to the Jazz over there. This short shifter is not meant for this car. It is meant for an EP3. Will it fit? Who knows? This is a little cheap eBay sleeve type one. I had one of these in my FN2, worked perfectly fine. I know loads of people that run them in FN2s. So we're going to give that a go. Because the Jazz is just, the throws are far too long for me, personally. It just makes it tiring, if I'm honest. And because it's my daily, it'd be nice to have a shorter throw. So we're going to give that a go, see what happens. So here's obviously the armrest. So like I said, guinle's got to come off. This little prim's got to come off. Flathead screw each side, here and here. And then your 8mm in here. I would recommend using the 8mm. Like I said, you'll need an extension obviously as well. Nice and simple. Once we've got that out of the way, then we'll go on to the next bit. There's your flathead screws. So you pull the, you turn the centre bit, and it's like a push clip as well. That's your flathead clip. Like I said, wind that out. You wind it out most of the way, and then just pull on that piece. The other part, the like push clip part of it, will just come out as well. Nice and simple. There's obviously two of those. And you've got your 8mm down there. You can use a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, but I would recommend using the 8mm. Console here, you just pull that one out, that comes straight out. If you've got a facelift, it's slightly different shape, it's the same concept. And obviously, twist your gear knob off. So now you're going to need a 12mm. Got ball here, and then you can either take the cable out by pushing here, knocking that cable out, or you can go in with an extension. So we'll do that one first. Ugh. Actually, it looks like we're going to have to go in and take that cable out. Bugger. So what you're going to do with this cable is you tap it here, and that spins, and as you spin it, you get it to like there. As you see, that's just come off, and then you pull it up, and then you've got to come and take this clip out here. So pull it out like that, nice and easy. Pull that off, make sure you don't lose that washer. And then that's that cable, nice and free. We can get that one down there. We will need to take this clip out as well for that side. Which I'm going to try and do now. I might need to get something a bit more, some mold grips. Come on, you bastard. There we go. So all we're trying to do is get that out. Then we can then get this one out once we remove the clip that's holding that on underneath. Which I can't really show you at the moment, but I'll show you once it's out. It's like two clips like that. You force them out, you can drop down the underneath. Cool. Right, so I've done it off camera. I'm being lazy. So obviously it's got the four 12mm socket bolts each side. All the bolts are the same length. This one's really grubby. I'm going to have to clean this out because it looks like someone's got their coffee in the cup holder, which is obviously seeped down. So once that's out, this is all it is. We need to get this little cup off, which the tool that it gives you to pull it off. They're not that great, so I'm going to do that off camera. Gives you the four, in that kit, gives you the four metal sleeves to remove the rubber, so again, less movement. You'll also need to get this wiring off, which again I've done it off camera. This is the one I was telling you about with the two clips each side. You just push these down each side, pull it off, and happy days. Right, let's get this little cup off. We've got to get that white cup off. Alright, so there's the little cup. Sits on the bottom of it. They're a pain in the arse to get off. Sometimes they come off really easily, and sometimes they don't. That's the tool they give you. You just slot it in and you kind of just force it off. What I tend to do is I use like a pry bar or something and a little bit of metal, just so I'm not prying against the plastic, just to sort of lever it off. Just boing, off. There we go. So in the kit, obviously the longer piece that extends the length of the rod, which forms the shift, that then has to go on the bottom of it. Some things come with grease, some things don't, so I will be putting some grease on it. What you need to do now, you get your little kit, which comes through supplied Allen key. And all this is, like I said, the old rod sits under in there and it just extends it that little bit further, which shortens your throw. So, take your housing, there's your other ball, got in there. It might be easier, actually, if I'm honest, to first put this on. Obviously once you've greased it, which makes it nice and slippy. Try the opposite way. Success! Wow, that really doesn't move anymore. This is when you find out this kit isn't actually going to work on a Jazz. Obviously it's for an EP3, so this bit on the end of here, hold that in place however you want it. I think the kit's too big, boys and girls. That didn't go to plan. This does not fit a Honda Jazz. It's too big. I had to think which way around there it was. Right, so the sleeve is too big, so it's loose on the actual shaft, and also the cup that comes on the Jazz is too small for the larger ball joint that comes with the short shifter. It's obviously for a Type R EP3. Sorry, beard looks a bit out of shape. So yeah, it's obviously not right. Luckily, I've got a very good friend, Jose, and he come over and we had a little bit of a play with it. Then we decided that it wasn't going to work the way I wanted to do it, so we went to his little workshop and we made it fit. So this is what it's meant to look like. Now, as you saw earlier, I struggled getting this on, which is now quite stiff. It does move when it's under tension. The shaft wouldn't stay in place because it's too big. So what we did was we opened this up, this little notch here first, so we close it up. It still didn't work, so resort to the next bit. We made like a spacer or a sleeve. So we've got some flat sheet aluminium, cut it to size, crushed it around it, and then yeah, sort of clamped it all up. So that's all, and then tightened up obviously the nut. So that works. That's the only way you're going to do it. I mean, that's pretty much what it was meant to do. It's up as far as it should go. It's now in place. Yeah, hopefully no problems. The only problem I find, I should think, it'll be this little cup is a bit too tight on this ball joint. If this becomes a problem, I will just buy an EP3 cup and put it on there, and that will resolve it. Right, I'm going to put it back together now. But yeah, this is not a just a bolt-on job. This is a fabrication job, I guess now. Also, you can see these little metal sleeves. That comes as part of the kit as well. That replaces the rubber ones that you get. They're in there. Rubber things with a little metal sleeve in the middle. So the whole assembly should be much tighter and much more precise. So I've just bolted it all back up, put the cables back in, and gave it a test. It's absolutely, I get all the gears, so that's fine. But yeah, it's, you know, it's very minimal now. I mean, that's neutral, third, fourth. It's great. Reverse. Obviously, you know, once you got your gear knob on it, it'll probably feel even shorter. Just got to put this cable back in, put all the circuits back on, and put it back together. Pretty cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Look how short these throws are. It's great. It worked. First, second, third, fourth, okay, and reverse. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Obviously it didn't fit that fast, but we made it fit. So that's the short shift fitted. Like I said, it's not meant for this car, it's for an EP3, but I know they're all similar in their way they're designed. There's loads of cars that use this sort of design, so it was only a case of whether the diameter of the ball joint was the same or not, but it wasn't. It was bigger, which is probably the better thing. If it's smaller, it would have been a lot harder, but being bigger, obviously we just made a sleeve for it. So hopefully you've enjoyed that one. Don't try this at home unless you're okay with fabricating. Or find one that's actually meant for this car. I don't actually know there's as many like these sort of kits that are available for this car. I know Hybrid Racing do one, but it's a full-on adjustable kit and completely replaces the OE stuff. It's also £360, £380. I won't be buying that for the Jazz. I will be buying one for the CRZ though. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.